Hello everyone. Today I want to start the new chapter, that is reproduction in animals, and you know that in your previous class you have studied about the process of reproduction in plants. In this chapter we will discuss how animals reproduce their offspring. Is the process of reproduction the same as in plants? Reproduction, actually reproduction, re means again and production means produce. You can say reproduction is the process by which organisms produce young ones of their own kind. Reproduction ensures the continuity of species on earth generation after generation. Some animals such as birds and snakes reproduce through eggs, and some animals such as humans and cows give birth to their babies. Now, modes of reproduction, modes of reproduction as like in plants, the reproduction in animals too is broadly classified as asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Okay. And asexual means only single parent is need in asexual reproduction. So, before we will discussing this chapter, before that we can just I want to specify or I want to explain the definitions which are coming in this chapter. Okay. So, first of all we can write the definition of reproduction. What is reproduction? So, reproduction means producing young ones of their own kind. Reproduction we can write again, you can write the definition of reproduction. So, you can write reproduction means producing young ones, means producing young ones, of their own kind. Okay. So, producing young ones of its own kind, you can write, of its own kind. Okay. It allows the organism to make more copies of itself, you can say that. Okay. Without reproduction, the generation will be not continued and it will be that species are totally vanished. That is why it is necessary for the continuation of life. Okay. So, let us discuss some definitions. Reproduction I have told you, then zygote, the structure formed by the fusion of male and female gamete, zygote is formed. After that, birds, the small bulb like projections formed on the body of an aliment, that is an bud. Okay. Like that we can explain that other terms also. Then types of reproduction, you know that types of reproduction. Two types are there: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Okay, two types of reproduction is there: sexual reproduction and asexual. As its name specify, asexual reproduction. Asexual में only single parent is needed. Okay. So, new individual is produced by a single parent. You can write that new individual is reproduced by a single parent. Okay. new individual is reproduced by single parent. और sexual reproduction में it will needed the two parents, male and female parent. So you can write that usually two parents take part. Usually two parents take part. Okay, दो पेरेंट्स चाहिए, मेल एंड फीमेल. तो टू पेरेंट्स विल बी नीडेड फॉर दिस सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. ठीक है, यूजुअली टू पेरेंट्स टेक पार्ट करेंगे, पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे. हेयर ओनली सिंगल पेरेंट इज नीडेड. देन गैमेट्स और सेक्स सेल्स आर नॉट प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन, बट हेयर सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में गैमेट्स आर फॉर्म्ड. ओके, बिकॉज द टू separate gametes will be there. Two types of the gametes may be sex cells, egg cell or sperm cell. Okay, and they will fuse to form a zygote. Got it? And here in the asexual reproduction, the new individual is the identical copy of the parent. It means you can say new individual is the identical to the parent. बिल्कुल parent जैसा होगा. You can't specify कि कौन सा parent है और कौन सा जो है ऑफस्प्रिंग है. ओके, बट हेयर न्यू इंडिविजुअल इज नॉट एग्जैक्टली आइडेंटिकल टू एनी ऑफ द टू पेरेंट्स, बट हैज सर्टेन फीचर्स सिमिलर टू देयर्स. ठीक है, कुछ फीचर्स होंगे जो उनके सिमिलर होंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल जो हेयर्स का कलर है, या कर्ली हेयर्स है, या ब्राउन कलर ऑफ द आई है. सो दैट टाइप ऑफ फीचर्स, कुछ आदतें, कुछ हैबिट्स हैं, दैट शुड बी द सेम. अदरवाइज बिल्कुल आइडेंटिकल कॉपी नहीं होगा. एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में मेनली नंबर ऑफ मेथड्स आर देयर. कौन कौन से है? बाइनरी फिशन है, देन बडिंग है. ओके, सो फर्मेंटेशन है, रीजनरेशन है. तो ये प्रोसेस है वो एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में है. आपको पता है जो अमीबा है एंड हाइड्रा है, सो दैट अमीबा इज रिप्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द बाइनरी फिशन. टू डॉटर सेल्स हैं, उसमें कन्वर्ट होगा वो, एंड इट इज़ एन इमेच्योर. अमीबा जो होगा इमोर्टल है, सो इट विल बी डिवाइडेड इनटू द टू. बाइनरी फिशन, बाई मीन्स टू, फिशन मीन्स स्प्लिटिंग. तो टू फिशंस होंगे इनके. सो बाइनरी फिशन बोल सकते हो. बाइनरी फिशन किस में होगा? अमीबा में होगा. इन दिस मेथड व्हाट हैपन्स, द पेरेंट सेल इटसेल्फ divides into the two amoeba or two equal individuals that are known as daughter amoeba. ठीक है, फर्स्ट न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड्स इनटू द टू न्यूक्लियाई, जिसको हम कैरियोकाइनेसिस बोलेंगे. आफ्टर दैट न्यूक्लियस डिवीजन इज फॉलोड बाय द मीन्स दैट न्यूक्लियस डिवीजन इज फॉलोड बाय द डिवीजन ऑफ द साइटोप्लाज्म, जिसको हम साइटोकाइनेसिस बोलते हैं. ठीक है, तो साइटोप्लाज्म इज डिवाइडेड इनटू द टू पार्ट्स. फर्स्ट न्यूक्लियाई डिवाइड होगा, देन साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड होगा, एंड ईच पार्ट कंटेनिंग द इंडिविजुअल दैट इज सेपरेट इंडिविजुअल. ईच पार्ट कंटेन द सेपरेट न्यूक्लियस ऑल्सो, एंड फाइनली द टू डॉटर सेल्स आर फॉर्म्ड, एंड these are known as the daughter amoeba that grows into the size, and they will become the mature. After maturation again they will be split into the two daughter amoeba. Like that the process is taking place. So method of asexual reproduction in which new individual develop from small outgrowth on the parent body, that type of method is budding, and that is taking place in hydra. बडिंग होती है वो हाइड्रा में होगी. सो यू शुड रिमेंबर दैट कि बडिंग कहाँ हो रही है. ठीक है, देन कुछ मैंने बताया था कि सम डेफिनेशंस आ गया. तो बडिंग है, बडिंग क्या है? द प्रोसेस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ ऑफस्प्रिंग बाय द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ बड इन द पेरेंट बॉडी. ठीक है, पेरेंट बॉडी से बड फॉर्मेशन हो रही है, सो दैट इज नोन एज बडिंग. फिर फर्टिलाइजेशन क्या है? फर्टिलाइजेशन द प्रोसेस ऑफ फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल gamete with an egg, or the fusion of male and female gamete, that process is known as fertilization. अब fertilization टू टाइप्स का होता है. एक तो external fertilization और internal fertilization. External means the fertilization which takes place outside of the female body, जैसे वाटर में हो रहा है aquatic animals का, ठीक है. और internal fertilization is you can say that when fertilization takes place in the female body, so that is internal fertilization, or the fusion takes place inside the body of the female to form zygote. So that is known as internal, अंदर fertilization हो रहा है, body में हो रहा है, so that is known as internal fertilization. और menopause क्या है? ceasing of menstruation in human females, cease हो जाती है जो menstruation cycle will be ceased in human females around 40 to 45 years or 45 to 50, between that 45 to 50 years है ना, it will be just cease, तो उसको menopause बोलते हैं. Menstruation क्या है? menstruation actually when egg does not fuse with the sperm, then it travels down to the uterus. It will be just travel into the uterus, and the wall of uterus secrete endometrium and blood, and the egg is released outside along with the blood, leading to the menstruation. Okay, इसको menstruation बोलते हैं. Now metamorphosis होता है the transformation of larva into adult through many changes. आपने देखा जो toads हैं, frogs हैं, वो बिल्कुल larva से differ करते हैं. Even their characteristics are also differ. larva जो है इसमें fins होते हैं, gills present है, fins है, gills are there, तो larva just respire through the gills, but toads हैं, they will respire through the lungs. तो totally they are differ from each other. So ये जो drastic changes हुए, so उस transformation को हम बोलते हैं metamorphosis. Oviporous, ovi means egg, तो animals that lay eggs उसको बोलेंगे oviporous. Viviporous, animals which give birth to their young ones, उनको बोलेंगे हम viviporous. Okay. Then sexual reproduction मैंने आपको बताई थी, sexual reproduction and asexual two are there. So in sexual reproduction, or the sexual reproduction is the process in which two individuals of opposite gender are required for the production of the individual or for the production of their offspring. So that is known as sexual reproduction. They means they will produce the offspring of their own kind, that is known as sexual reproduction. Okay. Now let me discuss that asexual and asexual reproduction that I have discussed. Now let us discuss that binary fission. Okay. What is binary fission? Actually I have discussed the binary fission, but let me write that binary fission on types of asexual reproduction. So let me discuss the different types of asexual reproduction. So in animals the asexual reproduction taking place in amoeba, that is by the process of binary fission. Okay. Budding the process is taking place in hydra, then fragmentation and regeneration. So these are the different types of the asexual reproduction process that are taking place. But in your book the two processes are given, that is binary fission in amoeba and budding in hydra. So let us discuss this, how the binary fission is taking place. For example, if there is an amoeba, mature amoeba will be there. So if the mature amoeba is there, the nucleus is present, it is an cytoplasm which is present in the amoeba, cytoplasm. Okay, this is nucleus and this is cytoplasm. And first of all, which is divided? First of all, the nucleus is divided. Okay. So dividation of nucleus is taking place, that is known as karyokinesis, that process in which the nucleus is divided first, and that is followed by the division of that cytoplasm, that is known as cytokinesis. Okay. So first of all what will happen, that nucleus divide. So, you can write nucleus divides, okay, nucleus divides. In this that amoebas nucleus is divide, two nuclei are formed, okay. Like that. If the two nucleus are divided, after that what happens, the cytoplasm divided, okay. So, that cytoplasm divides, and you can write that next step in that the cytoplasm is divided, okay. Like that, two nuclei are there, दो न्यूक्लियाइज हो गए हैं यहाँ पे, एंड साइटोप्लाज्म में डिवाइड हो गया. तो साइटोप्लाज्म एंड जो डॉटर अमीबा होंगे दैट इज इन लाइक दैट, सेम होंगे, आइडेंटिकल होंगे, ओके. सो आफ्टर दैट cytoplasm will be also divided. पहले न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड हो गया, आफ्टर दैट साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड हो जाएगा, ओके. So like that dividation is taking place. So you can write that cytoplasm divides, okay. After that what will happen, that two daughter nuclei are formed, like that, two daughter nuclei are formed. Like that, this one daughter nuclei and another not daughter nuclei, two daughter nuclei are formed, okay. So these are the two daughter nuclei, okay. So these are the two daughter nuclei which are formed after the binary fission. Like that you can write these are the two daughter nuclei, okay. So you can write two daughter cells, two daughter cells or two daughter amoeba. So these are the two daughter amoeba or two daughter cells are formed after the division, okay, after the binary fission. And you know that in this process the nucleus of an organism divides into into two nuclei, and after that what happens, it needs only single parent also, and this process is taking place only in one parent, because there will be the that offspring will not be produced by this method. It occurs without any involvement of sex organs, and it is faster method of reproduction. Got it? This asexual method is faster method of reproduction, and in asexual reproduction that offsprings are identical, बिल्कुल अलग होंगी, same होंगी, identical एक जैसी होंगी, actually commonly referred to as an clones, क्लोन जैसे होंगी, जैसा पेरेंट है सेम वैसी की वैसी उनकी स्पीसीज होंगी, उनके डॉटर्स होंगे या उनके ऑफस्प्रिंग्स होंगे, ठीक है, बिल्कुल आइडेंटिकल होंगी, कॉमनली जैसे हम क्लोन्स देखते हैं वैसे. इट अकर्स मोस्टली इन यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म, जैसे अमीबा में हो रहा है, पैरामीशियम है, फंजाई है, ठीक है, बैक्टीरिया है, तो इनमें ये एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होगा, ओके. एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन मेनली इनमें होगा. बाइनरी फिशन मेनली किस में होता है, अमीबा, पैरामीशियम एंड बैक्टीरिया में होता है. सो यू कैन राइट दैट कि दिस मेथड बाइनरी फिशन, यहाँ तो लिखो बाइनरी फिशन, यू कैन राइट बाइनरी फिशन, बाइनरी फिशन बाइनरी फिशन टेक्स प्लेस कहाँ कहाँ होगा? सो बाइनरी फिशन किस में होगा? अमीबा में, पैरामीशियम में एंड बैक्टीरिया में. सो बाइनरी फिशन टेक्स प्लेस इन अमीबा, पैरामीशियम. etc. Okay. Or bacteria. Okay, so these first of all what happens? न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड हुआ. न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड हुआ बाइनरी फिशन में. बाय मीन्स टू, ठीक है. अनफिशन मीन्स स्प्लिशन, स्प्लिटिंग, ठीक है. तो टू में डिवाइड होगा. न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड हुआ, टू न्यूक्लियस बन गए. ओके. नाउ आफ्टर दैट न्यूक्लियस व्हाट विल डिवाइड? साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड हो गया. साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड होने के बाद में व्हाट हैपन्स? ये दो डॉटर सेल्स बन गए, तो इनको बोलेंगे टू डॉटर अमीबा. सो टू डॉटर सेल्स या फिर टू डॉटर अमीबा दैट आर टोटली क्लोन्स ऑफ देयर पेरेंट्स. ठीक है, बिल्कुल क्लोन्स होंगे. नाउ नेक्स्ट जो है वो हम ले लेते हैं बडिंग. बडिंग किस में होती है? हाइड्रा में. एक्चुअली इन दिस प्रोसेस क्या होता है? स्मॉल बड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स आर फॉर्म्ड. ठीक है, आउटग्रोथ्स ऑफ द बॉडी, दैट इज बड, that form that is taking place. So binary fission we have done. Now budding in hydra. We can start the next process, that is budding in hydra. So let us discuss the budding. Second one, second method is budding in hydra. Okay. So in this process what will be formed? Actually in the budding process the small bud like outgrowth appears on the body surface of the organism, and this bud later grows and finally breaks away from the parent body, and this process of production of offspring by the formation of buds on the parent body, that is known as budding. इसी को हम budding बोलेंगे. सो हाइड्रा में एंड ईस्ट में budding होती है. ओके, एंड ईस्ट में लिख सकते हो आप, बडिंग इज टेकिंग प्लेस इन ईस्ट ऑल्सो. हाइड्रा में और ईस्ट में बडिंग होगी. ओके. सो फॉर एग्जांपल हम अगर हाइड्रा ले लेते हैं, सो लेट अस ड्रॉ द डायग्राम ऑफ हाइड्रा. like that. हाइड्रा मैच्योर हो जाएगा तो बर्ड्स आर फॉर्म्ड. बर्ड्स आर फॉर्म्ड ऑन द हाइड्रा. ओके, लाइक दिस बर्ड इज कमिंग फ्रॉम हेयर, small bud is coming here like that. So that bud is formed. Got it? So small bud is formed when the hydra becomes mature. Then after this bud will be grows later on like that. Like that it will be grows, or some tentacles will be taking place like that. Okay. Then it will be detached from the parent body. Parent body से ये detached हो जाएगा. It will be detached from the parent body. देखो ठीक है. सो हाउ इट विल बी डिटेच्ड, लेट्स सी कि कैसे डिटैच्ड होगा, बिल्कुल पेरेंट से अलग हो जाएगा, पेरेंट बॉडी से. यू कैन ड्रॉ लाइक दैट ना. हाइड्रा का स्ट्रक्चर बनाएंगे ऐसे. ओके, सो व्हाट हैपन्स, ये देखो it will be detached from the parent body. कैसे detached होगा, like that it will be detached. You can see कि how it will be detached. like ये हाइड्रा यहाँ से निकला, ठीक है. ऐसे डिटेच्ड हो गया. ओके, एंड आफ्टर डिटेक्शन इट विल बी फॉर्म द another hydra that will become mature and it will be developed into the new hydra. Okay, so that process is known as budding. Okay, got it. So in this process that let me discuss again also. In budding process the outgrowth will be developed from the body of the hydra, that bulb like structure. So that bulb like structure is known as bud. This is bud. When the bud becomes that bud is started from the body, then it will be detached from the parent body, and when it will develop into the new hydra. Okay, so like that reproduction in hydra is taking place. Okay. Like that, there will be the no space between it, so I can draw like that. Got it? Okay, so like that a new hydra is formed. So this is the process of reproduction in hydra. Okay. Okay. So with this I want to wind up my topic. Got it? So just read out the book. If you have any problem regarding that this topic, then you can ask in the next video. And with this I would like to thanks and have a nice day.